Hello, good afternoon, Class 4, and welcome to today's Design and Technology lesson. Now, in our last lesson, I believe we spent some time researching Viking clothing. Now, I'll let you into a little secret. For your Design and Technology unit this half term, we are going to be looking at textile and we are going to be making some bags, but we're going to put a Viking spin on our bags that we're going to make. So we've got to think, would our bags be suitable for a Viking? Now in today's lesson, we're going to design our bags, and then when we get back into school next week, we are going to start to make them. And I'm going to be sending a text home at some point this week to outline some resources that I may need you to bring into school. But don't worry about that for now. It's nothing technical or expensive that you need to bring in. So don't worry about that for now. A text message will be coming out hopefully today. You may have actually received the text message before you do this lesson. So let's have a think. Now it says at the top there, lesson 1, ignore that because it's for lesson 2. So your I can statement. I can consider appearance and function when designing a bag. So your success criteria, children, for this session is for you to understand why different bags are designed for different purposes, to understand the effect appearance has on the customer, because the Vikings are our customers and we don't want them to come and attack us or pillage or anything like that, so we need them to be happy with our design. And it says here to create a collage, but we're not going to be creating a collage. We are going to be designing, so we're going to be creating 4 different designs. Okay, children, so I want us to have a careful think about the following questions in relation to bags. What are they? So what is a bag? Who uses them? What are they used for? When do we use them? What is their function? What are they made from? Where do you take them? And what do they look like? Now, I want you to have a careful think about these questions. You don't have to write anything down, but I would like you to consider an answer for each of these questions. And if you need to, you can pause the video now. Okay, children, welcome back. Now, out of all of these questions, one that I want us to focus on is this one up here. What are they used for? Now, our bags that we are going to make, they're going to be for the Vikings, and we want the Vikings to use them for storing some gold coins. So do you think this needs to be a really big bag, or do you think it needs to be a small bag? So, and by thinking about what we're using them for, we're there thinking about what their function is going to be. What do they need to look like? Do they need to be aesthetically pleasing? Do they need to be nice to look at? Do they need to be do they need to be made to a high standard? What are they made from? What different materials are used to make bags? And think carefully, what different materials might they have had in Viking times? Okay, children, let's move on. Who would use a bag, any of these bags? Why? How do you know? If you need to, pause the video now, have a conversation with somebody about these bags. Think about who would use them, why, and how do you know? Okay, pause the video now. Okay, children, welcome back. Now, I'd like us to think now about this second question down here. Who these be? Jeepers, check out that typo. Let's come out with that. Need to change that who to would. There we are. And let's have a look from current side. So would these be a suitable design for a Viking? So do you think a Viking warrior would really want a bag like this? Do you think you'd want a bag that would maybe see somebody using on Saturday afternoon in Beverley? Okay, think more carefully about when you did your research on Viking clothing, did you see any of them holding a coin bag or any bag in general that might have been attached to any part of their bodies? Okay, children, so would this type of bag, I'm just going to move this out of the way, I don't know if you can actually see that element from Loom, but let's just get that on the bottom of the screen anyway. So, would this type of bag be more suitable? So if you see there, it's got a Viking motif on there, which a motif, that's a design. They've got a little strap on there. Do you think they would be more in fitting with the type of clothing that you researched last week? Maybe have a chat with somebody in the room right now. What material do you think these bags are made from? Are they a material that would be sourced in the Viking time period? Now, just try to move that down. Now, this type of bag that you can see on the screen, some of them can be referred to as being pouches. I'll just get rid of that. There we are. So these are referred to Viking pouches and bags, and they're made out of leather. We're not going to use leather because the type of needle that we would need would be a little bit unsuitable for in school, and if you haven't got a lot of experience of sewing and creating bags, leather to start off with might be quite a difficult material to work with, but we're going to use a different material that you will find out about via text message. Okay, or you might have actually already found it out if we sent the text message out. Okay, children. So, what we're going to do is we're going to create a Viking pouch or bag in a similar manner to the bags that you can see on the screen now. So, as I talked about earlier, there is a motif. So, I'd like to design a bag that is in a similar shape to the ones that you can see on the screen now, with a suitable Viking motif on that we're going to add using either fabric pens or fabric paint. So, could you search the internet for a design or a pattern? If you're struggling for an idea, all I did to get these designs that you can see on the screen now is I just typed into the internet Viking designs and patterns. Is this something that you could add to your bag? So in the sense where you've got a motif, you could have a design that you have created using some inspiration from online sources. Right, okay, children. On Seesaw, I'm going to post a Word document that looks similar to this one. It'll be a PDF onto Seesaw. So your learning objective is to design an object that meets specific criteria. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to create 4 different designs for your bag. And it must be, so your specification is it must be of a suitable size to hold Viking coins. So when they've been pillaging and they found some coins, they want somewhere to put those coins. It must be in a similar shape to the Viking pouches that you can see on the screen now, and it must have a suitable Viking motif. You can design your own, but if you want to, you could go online. Just go into a search engine and just type in Viking designs and patterns. You will find something similar to what we've got on the screen there that you could use as inspiration. So as a little bit of an extension activity, after you've created your 4 designs, could you please write a couple of sentences to explain why you have made these design choices? So you need to explain why. You could maybe even label your bag, saying which materials you might be interested in using. I hope I've explained the activity clearly enough for you there, children, and I cannot wait to see your designs. Okay, thank you. Bye.